Hi there everyone, it is currently the 7th going into the 8th of November 2012 out here in Eastern Asia and the Western Pacific. Actually, big news today was Election Day back in the United States where President Obama got elected for his second term. So if you are happy about that, congratulations. If you are not so happy about that, well, unfortunately, you got 4 more years before you can try to decide again. But let's talk about the weather out here. We are going to talk about Invest 94W. That's this area just towards the south of Guam. But first, look at this spinning just towards the west of Japan. Actually, 108 kilometer per hour winds were reported here along the western portions of Hokkaido. Not to mention off here towards the east. See this storm system? That pushed through earlier today, bringing about 320 millimeters of rainfall along the east coast there. You see here on the radar imagery, actually on the western portions of the Tohoku region, you're still having these showers push onshore as the center of circulation is off there towards the west. Going through your Thursday, expect this to slowly track here towards the east over the island of Hokkaido. An additional about 120 to about 250 millimeters possibly could be seen on top of the already heavy rain you have been seeing. So if I have any viewers up there in Sapporo, well, it is a wet one for you. Good news, Tokyo and down there towards the south around Okinawa, great weather is in store for the remainder of the week. Although, coming out of China is another low pressure area that's going to be following in the heels behind this high pressure. That's going to bring some rough weather across Korea and into Japan through the weekend. But we'll talk about that more so in a second once we get to the model outlook. Let's now look down here towards the south where we have our low pressure area. It's not even being plotted at this time on the map from JMA, but it has been declared Invest 94W. And the B non-technical Invest 94W at this time is a big blob of thunderstorms, really disorganized. There is no definite center of circulation, but as far as the tropics go, this is the area we want to be watching at this time. Actually bringing some showers off towards Guam as it moves off there towards the northwest. Expect that through Thursday as it starts to gradually work on this westerly direction. I do expect it to maintain the westerly direction though, due to the overall background flow really remaining in place like that. See here, following these streamlines heading off there to the Philippines. Basically, we have these high pressure ridges in place off towards the north. This is far enough south. It's not going to sneak into this little break in the ridge. So definitely expect this one to be a straight runner. Now, how much is it going to intensify? How much is it going to develop? Well, yesterday I probably would have told you more so that it was going to develop vice today. As yesterday, we were actually hinting at a development around that center of circulation, and models were even picking up at some sort of development out of it. But we can see here, Friday and the Saturday, actually yesterday, GFS models showed on Saturday about the same time, a decently organized system over Versailles. Now you see it's rather disorganized. Center of circulation is barely even there. No gaps also showing something similar, and the European model doesn't even hint at this storm system developing. So at least at this time, what I can say confidently, and not really pending any change in this, is that a big bulk of convection, a big bulk of thunderstorms is going to bring some wet weather across the Philippines on Sunday evening going into Monday as it starts to move overhead. That is really at this time, I think that there is going to be the risk of flooding, so we definitely want to watch out for that. And good news is for everybody there in the Philippines, I will be there on Sunday going into Monday as well, because of the Western Pacific weather meet and greet. So definitely, if you are in Manila or in the Makati area, we're going to be hosting that. Please do go to our Facebook page to check out the details on it. Trying to get many people together, and it's actually one of the first times many of the authors from Western Pacific weather are going to be together in the same place. Not all of us. For example, weathercaster Pat is actually in New York City, and Francis is over in Malaysia, and then you have Michael who is over in Hawaii. So we're spread off across a vast area, but 4 of us will be there. Mr. Adonis, myself, James Reynolds, and also Clark are all going to be stopping by, and plus many other weather enthusiasts from out here in the Western Pacific. So please stop by, and thanks for watching, though. Please follow us on Facebook and Twitter if you are not already, and remember, you can always watch me on NHK World. All right, have a great day. I did this yesterday, cutting onions. It hurt, blood everywhere. So, fun trick if you're watching this before Friday or Thursday, you can watch on NHK World, and you might be able to see it. It's kind of try to blend it into the green screen. So there's that scavenger